Warning: this video contains opinions and bad fan art. Viewer discretion is advised. With every new game introduced into the Pokemon franchise, features are always added and removed. Pokemon Sun and Moon will be no different with this, and these are my top 10 hopes for what is to come. Number 10. It may seem like a trivial matter, but I would like to see more Pokeballs added to the game. I miss the variety of Pokeballs we had back in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They may still be in the game and able to be bred down from the mother Pokemon onto the offspring, but I want to be able to craft these and buy these to use them to catch other Pokemon with. I could see more unique balls created for certain scenarios, maybe a ball for certain weather conditions. This could add a bit more strategy to catching Pokemon besides the use of a status effect and spamming Pokeballs. These concept arts are my own designs for the Pokeballs that would get a boosted catch rate and the corresponding weather effects. The Solar Ball for Sunny Day, Frost Ball for Hail, Torrent Ball for Rain, and the Dust Ball for Sandstorms. Out of all the possible ball types that could be added to the game, weather-based balls could be my favorite. Number 9. Bring back the Safari Zone. And I don't mean that watered-down version we got in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I want to pay my 500 Poké Dollars, get 30 Safari Balls, and get my limited time to try and catch as many Pokemon as I can before time runs out, or Pokeballs run out. Last time we saw this feature was back in Gen 4. Gen 5 it was totally gone, and then we got the Friend Safari in X and Y. And that was such a tease going into the game, not knowing what it is, seeing the Safari Ball on a sign, and then having it be what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Friend Safari, but I would have enjoyed the old Safari Zone much more. Number 8. I was hesitant on including this because I understand why it was taken out, but I would like to see this brought back. The Game Corner. I understand this was removed because it was introducing children to gambling, but it was such a fun feature in the game. And coincidentally, Gen 4 was also the last time we saw this feature. A mini game to take a break from the main game. Spend a little money and get coins and play slots and buy some awesome prizes. I mean, the game is cockfighting for kids. Playing slots is the least thing they should be concerned about. 7. I'm starting to see a trend with Gen 4 now. I would love to see more baby Pokemon and evolutions for Pokemon that we already have in Sun and Moon. In Gen 4, we were introduced to Badoo, Chingling, Bonsly, Mime Jr., Happiny, Munchlax, and Mantike. The final set of baby Pokemon we ever got. I miss these little guys. It gave some love to past Pokemon that only had one evolution. The other half of this coin, also added in Gen 4 and the last time we saw it, were a stage 2 or 3 evolution for some Pokemon who had nothing going for them. Some Pokemon introduced in Gen 5 or 6 could even use some love. Heatmore and Durant, just to name 2 from Gen 5. I just feel like it would be nice to give some love to the older Pokemon without giving them a Mega. Which leads me to number 6. I would like to see more Megas for the Pokemon that have really no use. Now, I'm not hating on this Pokemon, but Dunsparce needs a Mega. I can see this guy turning into a sweet Dragon Fairy combo like Altaria, but more like a Serpent. Spiritomb also. I've always loved Spiritomb. And I want to see him be given some love, with either a Mega or a Standard Evolution. I am just going to stick with these 2 Pokemon for this video because if I can end up talking about this all day with the Pokemon that need Megas. But for Dunsparce, with the typing of Dragon and Fairy, I can see it getting a massive boost in both defenses. Speed and special attack will take it a massive drop, and attack to compensate in the other 4 stats. I can see it getting an ability like Pixelate, but changing normal type moves to dragon type moves. And also, in this theory, Dunsparce will be able to learn some dragon and fairy type attacks already. As for Spiritomb, its typing would stay the same, and the design I have in mind would look something similar to what's on screen now. Another original concept art of mine. The keystone that holds its energy would burst, and it would get a beastly body. In concept, it would get an ability like Effect Spore, where any Pokemon that comes in contact with Mega Spiritomb would have a chance of being either put to sleep or burned. The special attack would drop drastically, giving the attack stat a massive increase with a slight boost in both defenses, while the speed stays the same to compensate for that. Maybe one day I will continue this list of Megas for another top 10 video in the future. Number 5. A Post Story. Oh my god, X and Y had almost no post-story adventure. Sure, the Looker case was fun, but that just didn't wow me. You could also go catch Zygarde, Mewtwo, and one of the legendary birds, but that's it. It just felt empty afterwards. Thankfully, Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire fixed that with the second best post-story content ever with the Delta story. Fingers crossed for some epic post-story content with Sun and Moon. Number 4. The return of character customization. Though lacking in Hoenn remakes, this was by far one of the best features brought into Gen 6 with X and Y. I really hope this makes a return, and with more options to choose from, more clothes and accessories, as well as maybe more skin, eye, and hair colors. I know Pokemon will never be at a Fallout 4 level of character customization for the main character, but it'll be nice to once again make my own avatar in Pokemon. Number 3. The Dex Nav. This was by far my favorite feature added in with the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. It was a sheer blast sneaking up on Pokemon to engage in a fight with them. This was also an easier way to obtain the hidden ability Pokemon, which can be a pain to get as it is. Number 2. Deeper story. I understand that this game is for children, but I think Game Freak is starting to realize that the older demographic is starting to outweigh the younger. This can be seen with X and Y's story. It had more of a mature story than any previous games, where most evil teams are either out to rule the world, flood or dry up the planet, or just make money. Team Flayer's ambition was to activate an ancient super weapon and wipe out those who were not Team Flayer. Basically, they were going to commit genocide. That's heavy for a kid's game. I just hope that this more mature side of Pokemon carries on to Sun and Moon. And number 1, the Battle Frontier. This is another feature that was last seen in Gen 4. Platinum may not have had the greatest post-story, but it had the Battle Frontier, an entirely separate Pokemon League of its own that was both fun and challenging to conquer. Even Soul Silver and Heart Gold had the Battle Frontier when that had the best and most epic post-story ever. Something I hope we see in Sun and Moon. These are my top 10 hopes for the upcoming games. Let me know what you guys are hoping for in the comments below. Leave a like and share the video while you're at it. Come back tomorrow for yet another video on Pokemon Sun and Moon. This has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching.